So we're going to continue here with the power of the quotient property, where if we have different numbers raised to a power, we can just go ahead and distribute that. So I'm going to have 8 to the 1/3 power over 27 to the 1/3 power. Now, if we write these as radicals, we would have the cubed root of 8 over the cubed root of 27, which is 2 over 3. Now, I would say in this next one, I would go ahead and distribute to each of them. So I would have 6 to the 1/2 times 3/5 over 6 to the 1/3 times 3/5, which would be 6 to the 3/10 all over 6 to the 1/5. Now I canceled the 3's there. So then I have the same bases, so I can subtract the exponents. So let's go ahead and do that. 6 to the 3/10 minus 1/5, getting a common denominator. 6 to the 3/10 minus 2/10 would give you 6 to the 1/10. And that would be our final answer. Before we go to multiplying radicals, I just want to go through and go through one quick problem, which if I had the cubed root of 24, and I want you to simplify that, if I take 24 and break it down into 2 times 8, and actually I think we should have that as 3 times 8, and 8 is 2 times 4, and 4 is 2 times 2. So the product of primes here, I would have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And as long as we have a cubed root, it's going to take 3 numbers multiplied together to come out. And so the cubed root of 8 is 2. So I would get 2 times the cubed root of 3. That's really important as we go into this next part. So our first problem here says that we want to simplify 3 times the square root of 72. Well, I'm going to do the same thing. 72, if I need to simplify it, 2 times 36. And 36 is 6 times 6, which is 2 times 3 and 2 times 3. So as I go ahead here, I'm going to have 3, and then 72 would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And then we can go ahead and simplify this by, if we have the square root, it takes 2 to come out, and another 2. So we would have 3 times 2 times 3 times the square root of 2, or 9 times 2 is 18 times the square root of 2. That would be 3 times the square root of 72 simplified all the way. Then I'm going to skip down to number 22, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and take the numbers out in front, 2 times 5, and then I'm going to go ahead and put everything else in the 4th root of 27. 27 is 9 times 3, or 3 times 3 times 3. So that is this 27. And then I have one more 3. Notice there are 4 3's, and it's the 4th root. So I can actually cross those out and bring them out. So 3 times 2 is 6, times 5 is 30. This would simplify all the way to 30. Our last example problem of multiplying radicals is number 23, which is 5 times the 4th root of 324. So I really need to take 5, and then I'm going to go the 4th root, and I need to factor 324. So if I divide it by 2. I'd get 2 times 162. Again, divided by 2, I'd get 81. Divided by 3, I would get 27. Divided by 3, 9. And then 3 times 3. So I would end up with 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. But since I have 4 3's, I can cross those out and bring it out. And I would end up with 15 times the 4th root of 2 times 2 is 4. And that would be that problem all the way simplified. So I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to make another video showing division. But that's how you're going to go ahead and multiply radicals.